Hey, it's Tim Patterson. This is Trade Show Guy Monday Morning Coffee for July 27th, 2020. And best wishes to you and yours as we kind of zoom through 2020. And at some point, we'll look at this year in our rearview mirror and go, wow. I know, crazy, right? But for the last several days, I've been seeing a hashtag sort of trending on Twitter, hashtag life in a day. And it was inviting people to film what happens on a single day in their life and then share it with you. So I am doing that. This is actually going to be aired on or posted on the 27th. I'm sitting in front of the computer on the 26th, but yesterday on the 25th, I filmed Life in a Day, and here's my short little movie. Hope you like it. And that's all that's going to be on this week's Trade Show Guy Monday Morning Coffee. Have yourself a great week. See you next time around when we should have a guest.
Yeah. Let's get you dressed up. Come on, over here. Over here. Come on, you know the drill. Here we go. Oh, feet in. Why are you stepping on it? There we go. Okay, hang on. I want to get this on you. About ready? About ready? Okay.
About a block away from the state capitol. Here's where they do their Salem Saturday market. The paella is good, by the way. Paella, however you pronounce it. I know the guy that does it, David. He does a great job of it. They're prepping. They're preparing now because it doesn't open for another hour. We're about an hour early. We'll be at the capitol here in a second. Probably 100 vendors or so here. Come every week from October through April. Actually, the other way around, April through October, as they sell their wares. Seems to be pretty popular even during a pandemic. Well, here we are at the Oregon State Capitol grounds. We live about half, maybe not quite, that far away from the Capitol grounds. Here at the Capitol, I kind of like living near the Capitol, though. Capitols are cool. When I bicycle, I often ride through the Capitol grounds because it's a nice way to get from here to another part of town. I ride through residential sections and then through the Capitol, and then on the other side of the Capitol is Willamette University, which is a very nice campus, private university here in Salem. And then beyond that, just a couple of blocks through the hospital grounds, you get to Bush Park, which also has good trails to ride on. The Golden Man resembles, of course, the pioneer that settled this country, you know, the spirit of the pioneer and all that stuff. I wouldn't have minded a golden woman up there. You can see the statuary over there, some bas relief, which is covered in plastic, taped up. There was a protest here several weeks ago as a result of the George Floyd murder, and someone took a spray paint and put a bunch of F-bombs on them, which, let's be clear, protesters protest, vandals vandalize. There is a difference. And someone has put something in here, I think it's Black Lives Matter, that's on the main street here, Court Street, which goes in front of the Capitol. Well, Scruffy's in his trucking mode. He says, I'm ready to go home and get some breakfast, so let's just keep going. We're coming up on the New Salem Police Building, which has been under construction for several months now. My recollection is it was about an $80 million undertaking. Took a ballot measure for it to get passed. They did a bunch of street work, as you can see here. And I believe it's supposed to open in October. What I want to know is, do we get to, as the public, as members of the public, do we get to go on a tour and see what our money has brought to the Salem Police Department and the city. Well, it's a Saturday and they're still working away. At least they're social distancing, but I don't see anybody with masks on. Trucking, got my chips cashed in. I'm not that big of a Grateful Dead fan. See a lot of these around now. Discarded masks. Breakfast time, huh? All right. My other main Saturday morning chore is to record a 2-hour program for the community station I volunteer for, KMUZ. I do a reggae show every Monday night from 6 to 8 o'clock. I've done it live for, 9 years. We've been on the air 9 years. Has it been 9 years? Since 2011. Well, it'll be 9 years in December. But in mid-March, they closed the studio down and said, if you're going to do your program, you got to do it off-site and record it, which is what I'm going to do. And yeah. So that'll be fun. You know, it's always fun. I'd rather be doing it live, but it's still fun to do it. You can listen in, by the way, on Monday nights, 6 to 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, or Daylight Time, depending on what time we're on, at kmuz.org. We can stream it live there, all right? All right. I'm delivering for Uber Eats for a few hours today because that's what I do pretty much every day. You know, it brings a little money in and it's kind of fun to bring people food. So I got to put my mask on here. I doubt I can do that with one hand. I need kind of both hands because you can't go in without a mask. There we go. Yeah, how's it look? Huh? You got to get the nose covered. There we go. All right, let's see what happens. The fun part is finding where you deliver it, because sometimes you get into large apartment complexes like I am here, and you have to look and circle and finally you find, oh, there it is right there. 3133 is what I'm looking for. There's 3123 over there, 3125, and if it sounds like I have a mask on, I do. All right, so going over speed bumps here. 3131. Oh, I think I found it. Awesome. The fascinating thing to me, though, is getting into neighborhoods that I've never been in before. And I've lived in Salem for over 30 years, and every once in a while they'll direct me down to some little area of town that I've never been in, kind of a neat little area here, a neat little area there, and you get to see the best and the worst of residences as well. You see some just places you can't imagine people live there, but they do. And then you go to the places where you could not imagine yourself living there because it's so expensive. And you're always delivering mostly fast food, a lot of Chinese and Thai food. I'm going to go pick up a hero sandwich right now. Now we're in a nice section of Kaiser. Oh, there's my street right there. And drop off. And some days you get a lot of downtime. Like right now, I got at least a couple minutes. I'm sitting in a shady church parking lot up here in Kaiser. I'll spend a little time on my book. I'm trying to finish Atomic Habits. And there have been times I've sat for 20 minutes. Other days I don't sit at all. I just get one order after the other, after the other, after the other. And at the end of the day, I go, dang, that was a busy day. And I did pretty good. So we'll see what happens here. And then later tonight, I don't know. I'll probably take a bike ride. You might even see some of that. Who knows?
Well, it looks like I am going on a bike ride. And if you guessed that, you win a cheese straightener, which is the biggest prize that I ever gave away on there in all the 25 years of being in radio. Well, actually, I take that back. We gave away a rope on a stick. Riding into Bush Park, my destination of this little 6-mile bike ride that I'm doing. Hopefully you don't get too much wind sound. The wind is not really happening here. It was, of course, when I was riding faster. So I'll just show you around a little bit. Did I mention that Willamette University's football field was here? Well, their baseball field is here too. My little brother played here for a couple years in college. He was hoping to go pro, but he injured himself, so he went into business instead.